Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is either day 4, day 5, day 18 of Vlogmas. I have absolutely no idea what day I'm uploading this. I'm trying to upload by 6 o'clock and it is 5 o'clock. So if I'm uploading this today, I am about to zoom through this, get it edited, get it posted so it can be up by 6 o'clock. So today I'm going to do a quick pregnancy Q&A. I'm going to have the questions pop up on screen as well so you can read them in case I'm talking a little too fast. You can't follow along. I asked on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram for some questions, and then I had some friends also text me. So yes, this will be a pregnancy Q&A. I'm going to focus on, you know, my past pregnancies, including this one. There's some labor and delivery questions that I'm going to try my hardest to answer as well. I am going to be reading them off my phone. I don't have my computer in front of me, so y'all see me look down. That's what I'm looking at. And without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get into it. I will be blocking out the people's names that ask, and I'm just going to focus on the questions. So the first question I got is a two-part question. It says cravings, and does anything feel different from other pregnancies? So with none of my pregnancies have I had like any specific cravings, but I have gone through periods where I eat the same thing all the time. With my daughter, so that was my first pregnancy. I used to work at Hooters, and whenever I would get off at night, there was a Wendy's right up the street, and I would always get me a 4-piece chicken nugget with barbecue sauce and a bacon and cheese baked potato, and I would eat that like every single night when I got off of work. It never failed. So I guess that would be one of my cravings. And then I also really like Hardee's or Carl's Jr., depending on where you live. Hot ham and cheese sandwiches and chicken tenders. And there was a night where I went to go get that, and Hardee's had closed early, and I had an emotional breakdown in the parking lot because that's all I wanted to eat, and I couldn't get it because they were closed. So that was my first pregnancy. My second one, I used to eat cheesesteaks from Highway 55, or they might be called Andy's where you live, but it's like a little old school diner looking place. And I would get a Philly cheesesteak from there with American cheese, extra American cheese, onions, and extra mayo. And I would eat that like 4 to 5 times a week for like 3 or 4 months straight. This pregnancy right here, I'm eating a lot of sweets. So I am eating candy and chocolate and drinking hot chocolate like 2-3 times a day. I have a crazy sweet tooth with this baby. So I guess sugar is my craving this go around. I'm also baking cookies like every night. Like literally I just want sweets all the time. And does anything feel different from my other pregnancies? I was much sicker this pregnancy. About the first 6 months I threw up just about every day, sometimes 2 to 3 times a day. So that was different in comparison to my first pregnancy. My second pregnancy, I went into like labor, like preterm labor a lot. So it was like very painful, and I had to keep getting it stopped. This time I'm not going through that as much. So I guess that would be considered something different that I'm feeling this time as compared to last time. Somebody asked me that I pooped myself. So people do say that when you know, are pushing the baby out, that you tend to poop on yourself. With my first pregnancy, I did. I did not feel it. I did not know. I asked, and I was told, yes, I did, but it wasn't a lot. Sorry, that's TMI. With my second pregnancy, I also asked if I pooped, and I was told that I didn't, so I didn't with my second one. I haven't had this baby yet, so I don't know if I will or if I won't. Next question. Any difference in carrying boys versus girls? I will say yes. My first pregnancy was an absolute breeze. I did have morning sickness. I did cramp up, but that's just things that just happen to happen whenever you're pregnant. But in general, my pregnancy was like easy breezy. Like after I had her, I was just like, look, I will have 100 babies if all my pregnancies can be this easy. Like I felt pretty, I looked pretty, like in my opinion. I was able to work like non-stop without having to stop because of pain or anything like that. I didn't have any trips to the hospital like for any like pre-labor pains or anything like that. Like my morning sickness wasn't unbearable. It was just absolute beautiful, wonderful pregnancy. My last two, so the one now, the one right before this, they're both boys, and painful, super sick. Like my energy is just like very low energy. I lose my appetite a lot. Like, it's not really fun. After my second child was born, I said I wasn't gonna have any more kids just because I didn't want to put my body through what I went through again. And then I'm pregnant now, and I am absolutely sure that I do not want to be pregnant ever again. Not to discourage anybody, not to scare anybody, but my personal experience, to me, these last 2 pregnancies just have not been fun. Both for like outside factors and the pregnancy itself. It hasn't been fun. It hasn't really been that enjoyable for me, and like the strain that it's putting on my body, I wouldn't want to put my body through that again. Somebody asked, did it hurt for them to push on my stomach after delivery, because they heard that was the worst part. I do see a lot of times people say that you know, pushing out a baby is one thing, but delivering the afterbirth of the placenta is even worse. I wouldn't know. I got an epidural with both my pregnancies, so I was completely numb from the waist down. So they pushed on my stomach. It was like pressure, but I didn't feel any pain at all. But it's because I was completely numb. I mean, I couldn't even feel my legs whenever I had to get up to go pee afterwards. So I have no idea if it hurt or not. I have seen a lot of people say that it does hurt, and it is worse than pushing the child out, because it's the sac that the child is in, so it's bigger than the baby. But honestly, I have absolutely no idea what it feels like. I have no idea if it hurt. Let's see. Somebody asked me my craziest craving. I already answered that. I don't have any crazy cravings. I never crave for anything like pickles and ice cream or chalk or like cornstarch. I see people like have random craving for dirt, stuff like that. I've never had any of those cravings. Like, my cravings have just really been food and sugar, like I said, for this pregnancy. Worst and best symptom. I don't think there's such thing as a best symptom, so there's nothing that I've experienced during my pregnancy that's a symptom of pregnancy that has been like, oh yay, I'm feeling this now, unless it's like feeling a child move and things like that. Like that's fun. It's an enjoyable feeling to like feel the baby move around, but I don't really have a best symptom. Worst symptoms, definitely the constant vomiting, having to take medication to like control your nausea and control your vomiting, heartburn. It's so bad to the point where I swallow ice because I feel like my throat is literally on fire and I'm constantly like baby barfing. Excuse me. It's like every time I eat, I just start to feel like acid reflux and heartburn. So those are like horrible. Leg cramps, they are the worst. Like, you'll be sleeping and you'll wake up in the middle of the night to like stretch, and then you'll like overextend your legs and you'll get trolley horses in both legs, and it's the absolute worst. If I'm standing up too long, my legs will start to hurt really bad. My lower back will start to hurt. Like, I really feel like an 80-year-old in a 27-year-old's body, and it's literally because of having babies. So those are some of my worst symptoms. But yeah, besides all of that, pregnancy is freaking great. Next question. How far along were you when you found out? So with my first pregnancy, I was 5 weeks when I found out. I found out on Christmas of 2014. I would never forget it. My second pregnancy, I also found out at 5 weeks. And with this pregnancy, I was, I think, like 7 or 8 weeks. I found out like 2 weeks after my birthday. So I was fairly early along in all of my pregnancies when I found out. I think I only have a couple more. Let's see. Somebody asked, why do y'all say keep the baby in there when it's too hard to push? I have no answer for that, because I have never said that, but people who are probably not medicated whenever they push a baby out are probably the ones that say that. Just like, keep it in there, like I don't even want to push it out. Because I heard that it hurts and I heard that it burns, and I can only imagine you are stretching out, you know, a small hole in your body to push out an entire human. So I can see why that would be painful and why you just want to be like, you know what, I don't even want to do this, keep the little thing in there. But I've never said that. Both of my kids came out within 4 to 5 pushes and I was numbed up, like I said. So never said it, can't relate. Are contractions like cramps? Yes, a contraction is a cramp. It's literally your uterus contracting itself and then like expanding. That's literally what it is. It's a cramp. It's comparable to menstrual cramps, depending on what kind of period you have. I have horrible periods, so my contractions and my menstrual cramps are neck and neck. Only thing that's different is contractions, they come and then they go, then they come and then they go, come and then they go. Period cramps, they're just there, and no matter how much medicine I take, unless I'm asleep, I'm gonna feel my period cramps. So they're very comparable, and I can honestly say I would rather have contractions than have period cramps, just because, like I said, they come and then they go. You get that little bit of a release, and they come back, and when they come back they hurt, but then they release again. Them period cramps, them first 2-3 days, they're just there, like, just like, hey, I'm here, you're not pregnant, congratulations. And don't nobody want that. Like, that shit ain't comfortable. And somebody said, explain removing the placenta. So like I said earlier, the placenta is like, it's attached to the baby via the umbilical cord. It's what gives your baby like all the nutrients and stuff. It's kind of what like encases the child in a way. I hope I'm like describing that right. So after your baby comes out, they push on your stomach and you basically deliver your afterbirth, and that's the placenta. Some people like keep it attached. Some people go ahead and cut the cord. Some hospitals don't allow you to keep it attached. It's like all like a preference. Apparently it's very, very good for the baby to keep them attached to the placenta for as long as they can, because they're getting all their like vital nutrients and vitamins and stuff from it. I've always had my cord cut like right after. It was kind of always just the option that was given to me. That's the one that I took. So yeah, it's just after you push a baby out, you push out more stuff basically, and that's just removing the placenta. I think that might have been the last one. Let me check my text messages, because I do remember I had got a couple more. Okay, somebody asked me, did I plan my second or my third pregnancy? I did not plan my first, my second, or my third pregnancy, okay? Not at all. They were not planned. They weren't prevented. Nothing was done to prevent them, but they were not planned at all. But I am very, very, very happy to have my daughter and to have my son, and I am very anticipating the arrival of my third child. I cannot wait to meet him. I'm so ready for him to be here. But no, they were not planned. And then I was asked, were they all vaginal births? So yes, I did have a vaginal birth for both of my kids, and I'm planning on having a vaginal birth for this one as well. If everything goes right, everything goes good, I will be delivering this baby vaginal as well. Yeah, those are all the questions that I got. I can always do a part 2 to this if you guys want to hear like actual labor stories for one of my kids, or want more detail about any certain things like surrounding my pregnancies and my deliveries. I am completely open to making videos on that. But as for this video, those are all the questions that I received. Hopefully I answered them, you know, good enough for y'all to get a little bit of insight on what pregnancy and delivery is like, and what mine specifically were like. That's about all for this video. I'm gonna go ahead and try to get this edited and posted. Hopefully I can get it posted by 6 o'clock. It is 5:11, so we will see. And that's it for this video, really. So I will see y'all in the next one. I think the next one will be my candle day bath and body works vlog, and y'all will see I will have on the same exact outfit because that was filmed today, and that video is a little interesting, so be on the lookout for it. That's all I have to say about this. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Share this video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Happy Vlogmas.